Have I ever told you how I feel about you? How I really need you. You're everything to me. Hate being without you. I'm so glad I found you. What I love about you, with you, I can be me. Welcome to the Talk the Tea with me. I'm your girl Alamo, and this is another episode of Isla's Insights. Now, first, I just want to get out the way a couple of our announcements really quickly. As you know, in the introductory video, I did mention that I was with child and pregnant at 41. So I'm excited to let you all know that the first vlog of my series 41 and Pregnant will be released this week. With me going for my 4 month checkup, I thought it would be an excellent time to do so. So I will be vlogging about that and releasing it sometime this week. And basically, that's just going to be documenting my journey through navigating this pregnancy at 41 years of age. And it will continue all the way up until the birth of my child. So if that's something that you're interested in, please make sure you check back to the channel Isla's Insights so that you can catch that 41 and Pregnant vlog. That was the first announcement. Second announcement is, when I originally started to do this today, I was going to start the self-care tips series, which I thought would have been really an excellent thing to do. However, sometimes your plan is not the creator's plan, not the universe's plan, not God's plan, not the Most High plan, whatever terminology you like to use. Sometimes your plan is not matching up with His plan. So let me just first say that I will start the self care series shortly, hopefully sooner than later. But today there was a bigger situation that came out, and it made me feel like maybe I should take this opportunity to share. Maybe it can help. I think that communicating about things that happen oftentimes serve as a great self-therapy. It's very therapeutic. It's close to journaling, and also it's even better if it can assist someone. So that is the segue into what this segment today is about. Um, Let me just say that today I was greatly challenged. I was challenged, and I wanted to talk about this because this happens to everybody. None of us are perfect, and we're all at different points in our journey. And every now and then, there is something that may have the ability to pull you backwards. And it's up to you to have the self control to not allow that to happen. Well, today I didn't have that self control, and I feel like my life pulled me 15 years backwards today. And it even took me some time to get to a place where I could even out my energy enough to make this video. And I know you may can see the little smoke. Sidebar, you may can see this little smoke that's coming past the camera. That is actually one of my holy smoke um, smudge sticks. Since I've been pregnant, I can't really stomach the smell of the Palo Santo cones, and even the sage bundles are a little harsh if it's not a specific kind. But I found these little um, smudge sticks, and I absolutely love them. So this is just a further way to try to clear the energy. I had to make sure I cleansed my energy, and then I cleansed the space because I wanted to be as transparent and authentic as possible. Now, back to what I was saying. Sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you are pulled backwards. And today was one of those situations for me today, and I just wanted to come on here and chop it up so we can talk about how not to allow that to happen to you, and how to pull yourself back up when you do find yourself in a situation where it happens. Sometimes there are different things that maybe in that moment you can catch yourself and move away from it, even if you remove yourself from the situation. But what if it's in your home, or what if it's in a situation that you can't that you don't have the choice to really remove yourself. You do, but you don't, because there are other circumstances involved. You know, these are the times where the discipline and the control and some of the self-care tips that we're going to move into may come into play, and ultimately could be the difference between you backtracking and you being able to push past that event. Um, it's funny because as I was being challenged today, I really, you see that? I really didn't have any, you know, somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew, you know, we had this whole Pluto thing going on, and I did know that we are on the heels of a lunar eclipse in Capricorn, which this Cancer Capricorn axis has been really interesting for me, and I'm sure a lot of people, especially with that Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, challenging us to put some discipline and structure on that, while also bringing forth transformation in different parts of our lives. And so it's been an interesting journey, as I said before. But even with me knowing that, what I didn't know today is that the sun was actually opposing Pluto. That's a power struggle with your ego. That is also a situation that could bring up a very transformative force, kind of putting a spotlight on what needs to be transformed. And for me, you know, I've been talking about this whole self-love thing, and it's amazing. Somewhere, you know, I'm a Cancer, so whenever anything is happening on the, you know, with the moon involved, and we're coming up on this eclipse, I definitely feel it. And this eclipse, this full moon lunar eclipse, is actually going to be opposing because it's in the sign of Capricorn. So definitely, you know, I normally feel it ahead of time, shall I say. So it's not surprising that this situation or situations such as this one have come about. It really tested me on where I am in my journey. And it was crazy because this morning when I woke up, I put a post on Facebook, and the post said, I didn't say the accurate, I said the measurement, I believe I used the word measurement. The measurement of where you are on your journey to self-love is not in how you treat yourself, but in how you allow others to treat you. And let me tell you something. Between that and everything that went on today, I was definitely triggered and I was tested. And let me tell you something else that I found out today that I feel like should be definitely can help someone. You know, it's all good if we know our triggers. That is the first step. But it's only the first step. Recognizing the trigger is only the first step. There has to be procedures put in place that when someone hits someone or something hits that trigger, you can curve that thing and figure out how to work through it and come out in the best possible way, without being, you know, with minimal damage. You know, and so that's something that I have to take away from my experience today. It's beautiful that I know what my triggers are, but clearly I have some more work to do on how to move through those triggers. And so these are the type of things that, you know, I said, maybe this is what I was supposed to talk about today. It even, like I said, it took me some time to kind of get myself together so I can come on here and actually do this video. What I do know is that I cannot be too hard on myself. I am to take responsibility, be accountable, figure it out, and move forward. In this type of energy, you can't be too hard on yourself. And I found myself beating myself up because, you know, I was disappointed in my response. And I know that happens. And I'm pretty sure some of you all can attest to that as well. So moving forward, I just wanted to come on here and talk about, you know, being challenged, and what do you do in those moments? So I urge you all to possibly reflect on that, um, possibly journal on that. Leave me a comment. I've been actually asking myself these questions all day. I will touch on this when I come back, definitely, because I don't have all the answers. That's why we're working through this together. Breathing is definitely one of them. I speak about it all the time, but what else can you do? What if you have it's gone too far? And I tell people all the time, when you notice you've gone too far, it's okay to pull it back in. But what happens when you don't notice that you've gone that far? Or you went that far and you're committed. In that moment, you are committed to whatever the repercussions are going to be from what comes from this situation. What do you do then? How do you pull yourself back? And this is something that I want all of us to ponder on, and possibly can chop it up on our next episode, because this is something that I feel like people deal with in their daily lives, especially when you're on a journey to transformation. Especially when you have decided that you want to do the work and move to the next level. You're going to be faced with challenges. You're going to be faced with things that come across you and test you to see where you really are in your journey. And sometimes the test, I don't know if everybody's going to understand this, and it's Mercury retrograde, so it's a possibility that you won't. But sometimes the test isn't even exactly on how you handle the situation. It may be the aftermath. Realizing that you went too far and being able to take the accountability, take the responsibility, take notice that you mustn't allow that to happen again. And what do I do to prevent it in the future? And possibly that may be the reason it came up. So I urge you just to reflect on that for a while. If you've been in a similar situation, drop me a line. Let me know, how do you deal with your triggers? I would like for this to grow into a sharing community. And also, I'm kind of glad that I didn't put this channel in a box, and that was one of the reasons why when I first started doing this, I really wanted to, at first I always want to structure something. I always want to put some structure on something. I'm telling you, I just wanted to have it mapped out and write out what each topic was going to be into. And it's almost like Spirit stopped me and was like, hold up. I know that you want this to look and feel and sound and seem and see. You want people to see it a certain way. But authenticity is a must, and you cannot schedule that. There are going to be situations in life like this one that has arisen, and it has me, coming on here and talking about something that I just didn't plan on talking about. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't my plan for today. However, obviously, it's something that needed to be spoken on and tapped into. So, if you all are interested in sharing how you deal with triggers, what are some of your tips for curving them, as I like to say, the inevitable sometimes, drop me a line. Let me know. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Come back. Let's chop it up. For right now, I'm Isla Moon, and this is Isla's Insights, and that's all I got. Peace.